towards the post to close. But then like they feel like it's not the right time for them, all that stuff, and like they say it's not right for them to be investing again because like they recently invested in another high ticket course. So like I just try to like cut the call short, and then maybe like I'll just follow up in maybe like a few minutes to see like whether they're still struggling, and then maybe like by then they'll be nurtured enough and like they'll be in kind of like a more painful situation for them to get to like want to solve that problem.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Just to have a little bit of context, when you start the conversation with people, like, are these people coming from a two-step post or maybe a post that you drop in your Facebook profile, or this is like cold DM or from your
Um,
Facebook group?
it's usually from my outreach, and then I have the conversation going for like maybe a few days or like a few times spread out, um, like depending on the person. And then like usually like if they say like, oh yeah, like this is the kind of like the part that they were actually struggling with a bit, so I actually give them value at first. I send them some Loom videos, and then like that's how I managed to get them on the 15-minute calls. Yeah.
Okay, got it, got it. Well, let me just go back and show you something here.
Mhm.
We'll check your profile, by the way. Let me just share my screen. Wait a second. Okay, because there is a document that I shared with the other students a few weeks ago. I do remember that if you saw this document.
Yep.
Okay, you Grove, yeah, you saw it. What about you, Kyle?
Can't seem to
So
remember this one.
yeah. So I shared this document in the Sapper Hub as well. But since you were not there, let me share this with you again here in the chat, so it's easier for you. Okay, the chat. So okay. Now this is just like, I call it the essentials, right? So this is something that is super important because this can give you clarity around your conversation, the pain points or the outcome that you post about, your Facebook profile, right? And what's the offer, right? So I suggest you check this because this is super important. Now, I don't want to take it like everything again, going through all the document, but something I want to show you is this. And I think this is super helpful for you as well, Gurben, right? So let me start saying that this is super important, the customer journey, right? What I mean by this? Yes, it's a fancy name just to say that the customer has to go to a different stage,
Mhm.
okay? From cold, let's say, warm, hot, okay? So let me just shoot, okay, maybe it's better now, right? Okay, so when we start the conversation, they are cold. So of course, when you talk to people and they are in the cold stage, so they don't know you yet or they don't trust you, they are not even aware of having a problem, right? Maybe because they don't know how to solve it, or maybe they don't know that a solution exists. They just think that it's difficult, right? So this is when they're cold. And when you send messages to people, of course they are cold because they don't know you, right? So the most important thing when you deal with cold people is to understand what's the pain, right? Well, let's say discovery first. Now I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. No worries. So discovery and get to the pain, right? And then we are warm, and then we are hot. Okay. Tell me guys if it makes sense. Now,
It
when they're
does. Yep.
cold, we want to go. we want to get to the discovery stage, meaning you connect, right, with them, you know how to do it. So when we send the cold DM, this is not something that 99% of people are doing. We try to connect with something we can relate to, right? We focus on them so that when we start the conversation, it's like we start with in the right direction, right? Now, the discovery is just, hey, by the way, what are you doing? Are you doing this full-time or part-time?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like you're doing business. How is sales? Like, just try to understand what's the situation, right? You have access to post to close to the script, so you know what to ask. On the other side, just try to understand what's the situation, right? Because of course you can't always just copy paste. Okay. So this is the discovery. Just try to understand what's going on, what they're up to. Okay. After that, just try to get to the pay. Okay, so listen, seems like you're working 9 to 5, you're doing this in your spare time because you want to quit your job. Okay, cool, awesome. How long have you been doing this? So a good question you can ask is, how long have you been doing this? 6 months, 2 years? Okay, cool. How is it going so far? You happy? Like, you happy with the results? If you join program or coach already? Now, this is super interesting, right? Because, I mean, of course, guys, please be careful, because if you just ask questions like this, sounds like the police, right? Stop here. I'm here to tell you something. Let me ask you a couple of questions, right? So always try to frame the thing the right way, okay? Maybe you can change the jargon. Maybe you can ask them a question a different way. Maybe you can send them a voice message now, and then you can send them a text message later, right? Just try to change the tone. Because if we do this, it doesn't sound like question, answer. Otherwise, it's a little bit too much. And keep it short and punchy, right? If you can. Now, why am I including these questions? Well, let's say that we can put the question here, right? Now, how long have you been doing this? Because doing so, we get to the pay. It's 3 months, but I'm struggling with. No, sorry. I don't want to go too granular, otherwise it's too complex. Let's keep it easy, right? Discovery, so just try to understand what's going on. What's going on in his life. He's doing this full-time, part-time, affiliate marketing, coaching business, whatever it is. Okay, now get to the part. Okay, sorry, I'm curious. If you don't mind me asking, how long have you been doing this? 6 months. Okay, cool. How's it going? Awesome. So it seems like you're super excited. You just, now 2 years. You're a veteran, right? You can also make a joke around these things, right? Because, always try to talk to people like you were talking to a friend in the real life, right? Let's say you're, I don't know, on a rooftop, drinking a cocktail with a friend. How would you talk with him? How would you talk to him? Sorry. You don't ask, okay, tell me a little bit more about your business. Are you happy with your revenue? You don't talk like that, right? Just, okay, how's things, bro? How's it going? You happy? Like, is this what you're looking for? Now, they're still cold. Now, we want to move them from cold to warm, and then a little bit down the line to hot, right? So this is different stages. And, when you go through different stages, you always want to follow different strategies. For example, it's like you want to start a relationship, right? So the first time that you talk to that girl, for example, It's not the same way, the same word, the same tonality, the same confidence, you know, that you use with your wife. Because from, hey, my name is Kyle, this is just a random girl, they think that she's cute, she's interesting, she's nice, she's, you know, she's smart, you want to, you know, start engaging with her. And down the line, after 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, whatever it is, you get married, right? So you have different stages to go through. Now, when we talk to people, they are cold. So that's why we want to understand what's going on. Because they say, let's say they say, yeah, you know, I'm doing, I don't know, real estate. I'm doing 50K a month, but I'm struggling to find leads. Yeah, this could be a good lead, but I don't know, maybe it's not your target audience, right, Kyle? That's why I say, guys, the number one thing to do is who's your target, who you want to work with, and who you are, right?
Your client persona.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, it's too messy, right?
If you don't know
Please
your
check
client
following
persona, you don't
points.
know what you don't know what content to make and what I mean, that's what I think.
No, that's true. Post, messages, messenger, etc. Right? So this is just a disclaimer. Guys, please check these points before doing anything else. Okay? Because if you start creating content, you start sending messages to people, booking calls, but you don't know who's your target, who you want to work with, what's your program, what's your offer. Because let's say they open a call and say, okay, yeah, listen, I trust you. I see that you're honest. I have good vibes. What can I buy from you? What would you suggest? What would you say? Right? So we need to be ready for this, because otherwise what happens is maybe we do a lot of things, we invest a lot of time, and then at some point the chance is there, the opportunity is there, but we don't catch it just because we don't feel confident, because, hey, this is the first time that I create an offer on the go, you know, I don't know what to say, right? Now, as I said, Kyle, please check this, right? Because I think that you didn't see it before. And let me know if there is something that doesn't make sense to you. Now, let's go back here. This is more like the macro stages, the customer journey, right? So, cold, we already spoke about this. Warm. Okay. You can ask them something like this. For example, why do you think she's struggling? Right? Because if I ask you, how long have you been doing this? 2 years. Okay, how's it going? You happy with the results? Yeah, you know, not really. Of course, by the way, when they are in the cold stage, right? Let's change the color here. Cold stage. Of course, they don't talk to you. They're not open with you like your friends. So of course, they're not going to say, yeah, you know, I feel frustrated. I feel like a failure. I can't look at myself in the mirror because I feel like a stupid moron, right? Because I invested 10K and I'm still struggling. No. They don't say this. They're still calm, right? But if we ask them, okay, how long have you been doing this? How's it going so far? You happy? And then we can start transitioning to work. Why do you think it's struggling? Right? And you can also expand a little bit, saying something like this. I ask you this because I might have a few strategies, or you can make it up, suggestions or feedbacks or whatever it is with you. I just need more info, right? Or something similar. Now, the point is, if you frame it this way, they don't feel like you're there to sell them something. Yeah, maybe they smell it. They say, yeah, but by the way, just want to sell me something. But they're curious. Because maybe they say, yeah, you know, I have nothing to lose. yeah, listen, my problem is that I can't find the right leads. Like, I don't know, I'm posting like 3 times a day I'm super consistent. I spend 2 hours a day, but seems like I deal with only with freebie seekers, right? Or something similar. Okay, if you say, okay, ask you this because I might have a few strategies, but I'm not sure. I might be able to help you, but I'm not sure. Let me ask you a couple of questions. Okay. And then you can ask, have you joined a program or a coach already? Now, what's the point? Guys, this is just like chess. This is a key question. What was missing? Because generally, everybody joined something at some point. Maybe they invested in an iTicket program. Maybe they invested in something else, like coaching program, course, whatever, right? You can say, okay, have you joined a program? Yeah, I joined the coach 3K. Okay, cool. What was like, you can refer to here, right? Okay. Because if they say, how's it going so far? Yeah, it's not consistent. So and so. You happy? Not really. When they say, have you joined a program? Yes, I joined a program, 3K, yada, yada. You can say, okay, you told me that it's not going like very well. What was missing? And they could say something like one-to-one support, or maybe I didn't like the strategy, right? Or whatever it is, right? Now, what's the point? We're moving them closer to us, right? Because the more information we gather, the better the feedback. And the better the feedback, higher the trust. The more they trust us, the easier it gets to sell them. Long story short, right? So at this point, something you can do, you can say, okay. At this point, you can do something like send a loom, feedback, and offer a call, right? Now, let me tell you what I mean by this. What's the goal of sending a loom at this point? Because when they say what was missing, you can send them a loom just for example, to show them what's the value of what was missing, right? For example, if they say, yeah, the program is okay, the guru is fine, like he's a cool dude, right? But the problem is that there were no one-to-one support, like too many people in the same coaching program. I didn't have any support to be honest. Yeah, we had the Facebook group, but I got zero help from the group, right? Because, okay, no worries. Now you know what's the problem, right? Because he told you this, right? Why do you think you're struggling? Let me change the color. Okay. Why do you think you're struggling? Like, what does this mean? What's the problem? What's not working? What's the roadblock? What are you struggling with, right? You can change the word, talk like you talk as always, like, your real life. The thing is, at this point, you can send them a Loom video sharing a couple of things, super valuable things. And guys, if you're here in SuccessFA, right, you have access to like an encyclopedia. Everything you need, it's here, right? You can share something with them. And then you can say, of course, this is just the information. But based on what I see, you don't need only the information. You need support, right? Now, if you say this without sending any Loom, without giving any value, seems like biased, Yeah, of course I need support, just because you want to sell me something. But if I send you a Loom and say, okay, so you start with attracting the right people. Well, first of all, what I suggest you do is create the offer. Please be specific. What's your target? And create content, maybe 3 a week. Doesn't have to be every single day, 3 times a day, around pain and outcomes. I mean, something easy, right? You can just recycle a couple of information you see here. Guys, it doesn't have to be crazy value. Remember, for you, maybe these things are easy or normal or logic because you're here. 9 out of 10, the person on the other side of the phone or of the computer, right, the prospect, he has no idea about this. So if you just share a couple of things with them, they are like, wow, this is amazing. I got a lot of value for free from this stranger. It seems like he knows his stuff. So, they open up a little bit more.
Can I make a
This
comment?
is a,
I had
yeah.
a free call today, like a case study, and
Mhm.
I it's just what you said there is I gave too much information, and I think I maybe have overwhelmed the person with too much. Um,
Mhm.
anyway,
This is a good
continue.
point. This is a good point. Um, so this is a good point. Thanks for bringing this. Now, you have two options, right? Two options. You can be broad, meaning, for example, do X, Y, and Z, for example. Like, of course, you need to create the offer. You need to be sure what's your target. You need to create content around pain and outcomes. You need to attract the right people, repel the wrong ones. This is broad, right? But you need to limit yourself because if you share too much with them, like two problems are there. The first problem is, thank you so much. Before paying you for something, let me check this first, because if this works, I can make money, and this is basically for free, right? So if I give you all the information for free, like everything, why should you pay me? You already have everything, right? You already created a strategy for me. This is the first problem. The second problem is that they feel confused, right? It takes too much time. You don't really have one problem to talk about. So you have two options. You can be broad, just select 2-3 things from this. You can just say, by the way, man, just make sure that you know what's your target. Please make sure that you are explaining people why your solution is the best solution. And please make sure that you are clear on the pain and the outcome, and you create content. 3 things, that's it. Broad. Or deep with one key point. This might be offer or content or whatever, right? Make sense, Kyle? So instead of just talking like a Bloom video 15 minutes, no. First of all, it's not easy to do it because maybe it's the first time, the second time, maybe, at the beginning, it's a little bit of a struggle, right? So I don't want you to create a video like 15 minutes, it's too much for you. For them, because if they receive a video, Loom video 15 minutes, they say, wow, like, what's this? I don't have 15 minutes, right? Because remember, people don't only pay with money, they also pay with attention, with their time. So if they don't know you yet, asking for 15 minutes, 20 minutes of their attention, it's dangerous, right? So that's why it's easier to just keep it short, like 3 minutes. Hey man, listen, I don't want to overwhelm you with all the information, but long story short, please make sure that you check 1, 2, 3 things, right? Please let me know if it makes sense, and tell me if you're struggling to get this, like if it clicks or not, because I have a couple of ideas, but I don't want to overwhelm you. Just let me know, okay? Bye, 2 minutes. Or you just go deep with one key point. Okay, listen, man.
Ik maak
If you're having a lot of
videogesprekke, opnames van.
conversations, but you convert like no one, like to me, seems like offer problem. So, boom, you just go deep into one problem, offer. The best way to create an offer, it has to be X, Y, Z, boom, right? So you can be broad, or you can just go deep, right? In the Loom video. Now, why now? Maybe you already sent them a Loom video. That's fine, that's fine. But this is another stage, you see? Because we are moving them from cold to warm, and then warm to hot. At this point, this is super important. You send them a Loom, sorry, and then you offer a call. This is super interesting. Let me change the color to, I don't know, this. No, yeah. Now, when you offer the call, this is, let me put it here, otherwise, no pressure. What I mean by this, I mean, let's say, for example, that it's me and you, Kyle, right? And this is the same for you, Grove, same thing. Let's say that I send you a Loom video to say, listen, Kyle, based on what you share with me, seems like you're struggling with, I don't know, closing people on the phone, right? Based on my experience, 9 out of 10, it's an offer problem. Because even if you're not Jordan Belfort, like beast on the phone, if you have a good enough offer, people are interested. So if this is not the case, I might be wrong, but based on my experience, it's an offer problem. Now, please make sure that your offer is specific, fix one specific problem, help the prospect to don't do something that they don't want to do, or your offer help them to do something faster and in an easier way, something similar, right? You know how to create the offers. Okay, makes sense, Kyle. Please let me know, because I might have a couple of suggestions, but please let me know if this makes sense first. Bye. Boom. You send them the Loom video. They say, yeah, this is amazing. Thanks for the feedback. Yeah, you're right. This is an offer problem, right? So you're moving them to you, closer to you, right? Now they're warm, and now you can offer the call, right? This is another moment, right? Then you offer a call. When I say no pressure, this is what I mean. You can say, listen, I have an idea. I have a feedback that can help you, but I'm still not sure. I have an idea. Then you can say, this might be totally inappropriate. If you don't like the idea, just say no worries. I still love you. Haha. Or we can separate as a friends, no worries. But why don't we open a call like for 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Because I prefer to go deep into this to help you. If you like the idea, we can open a call. No worries, man, no pressure. When you offer a call like this, even if they are scared about you selling them something, right? They don't feel the pressure. Okay, let's book a call because I want to share something. No, man. Right? But if you say, listen, I have an idea. We could open a call because I think that I have a couple of things that I can share with you. If you like the idea, if not, man, no problem. No problem. Right? This is not pushy. It's not pushy at all. So generally, guess what happened? They say, yeah, why not? Why not? Right? And this is when they're hot. Because now they are aware that they have a problem and they know what's the problem. And guess what? What's next? What's the solution? The solution is Post to Close, is Kyle mentorship program, is Grove consulting package, whatever it is, right? We're moving them from I don't know you to, yeah, something is not working. What's the problem? Damn, I have an offer problem. Damn, how can I fix this problem? Let's open a call. Let me find out. Right? Makes sense so far, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
You agree? You like the strategy? Is it difficult?
Yes, agree. Like it.
I think it's pretty straightforward, right? And that's why I prefer to, when I explain things, guys, I prefer to go over things like from a logical perspective instead of just copy paste script, random script, right? Because otherwise, if you don't understand the logic, if they say something that is unexpected, you don't know what to say. If you're stuck. But if you know what's the direction, even if your damn smartphone dies because the battery is 0%, you know that you have to go north. And you go north. Maybe it's not right, maybe it's left, who knows? But I know that's the direction. So let's go there, right? Now, they're warm. Now you book the call. Now what? We have the tutorial in the training course, right? But long story short, the goal of the call is to show them, is to understand. No, sorry, to let them understand whether it's easier to make money with your help or alone or without you, right? Damn, how can I write whether? Anyway, let them understand if it's okay. This is funny. If it's easier to make money with you.
WETH? It's weather with a, is like in the temperature
Yeah.
is WEA, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, if it's easier,
Anyway.
this works, right? So this is like everything that happened on the call. This is the goal. Like Grove, let's open the call. I want to help you. The goal of the call is, listen, you have two options. I'm not here to pressure. If you decide to say no, that's fine. I still love you. We just have to determine whether it's easier for you to make money working with me, Kyle, whatever it is, or keep doing what you're doing and working alone. But guess what? If they open a call after going through all of this, guess what they are? They're hot, right? So it's easier now to offer them something. Because you can say, by the way, nice to see you, the real life, how's it going, yada, yada. Okay, listen, I don't want to take too much of your time. I've been thinking about your situation, and I really think that I have the solution, but I just want to be sure. Is it okay if I ask you a couple of questions more? Yes, okay. How many conversations do you have weekly? 3? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you have something to offer? No. Okay. Do you have a strategy to attract the right people, repel the wrong ones, and to sell them without opening on a sales call or on Messenger or on a sales call, whatever it is? This depends on your program, right? What you're promoting. They say, yes, okay. Based on what you share with me, this is the solution. Boom. And you present them the offer. Now, the offer can be post-close, can be 6FA, can be my coaching program, can be one-to-one, can be whatever. Of course, guys, remember, problem, solution. Because if I have back pain, right, and you offer me something for headache, I don't see the value, right? Even if this is, from a big company, big pharmaceutical company, this is the best medicament in the world, yada, yada. But if I have back pain, I don't care about headache, right? So I need to see the connection between my problem and the solution that you're offering, right? That's why I say, before creating a sales opportunity, please make sure that you have something to sell them, that it's relevant. Because otherwise, it's like you are a real estate agent, right? And you're about to get married, Kyle, and you're looking for a big apartment because your goal is to, build a family and stuff. And they offer you like a 15 meters small apartment, like a studio in a condo, right? You don't like it. So let me ask you first, what are you looking for? What's the problem? The problem is that I already live in an apartment, but it's too small now. I just got married. Our plan is to have a baby. So we're looking for something bigger, right? So please make sure that you know what's the problem. Otherwise, you spend time booking calls with people that maybe they're not in search of, they're not actively searching for a solution, right? Maybe this is the case when they're cold, but if we can move them from cold to warm, as you can see here, it's easier, right? Because they see what's the problem and they see the value in what you're suggesting, right? Make sense, Kyle?
Yep.
Okay. And my suggestion is this. Now, a couple of things. Let me list this out and then explain to you. Now, problem and solution, you have to match this. And then the doctor frame. And then now, let me tell you what I mean. When you close the sale, let's say, for example, or, you know, when you present the offer. Okay. Please make sure that you're matching the problem with the solution, right? A, based on my experience, post to close. No, based on my experience, the pilot strategy is what you need. Because if you deal with unqualified people or with people that are not looking for a solution or people without money, you just waste your time. Your time is valuable. Do you know what the pilot strategy is? No. Are you open to exploring the idea of fixing this problem, or you prefer to keep doing what you're doing? Just tell me, man. No, well, if I can fix it, I don't know what's the price, but if I can fix it, okay, boom. You're connecting the dots, right? You're connecting the solution with the problem with the solution. Cool. Now, remember the doctor frame, because oftentimes, guys, tonality makes 90% of the sale, right? For example, hear this. Let's say they ask you something and they say, banana. You don't understand what I mean, right? But you hear banana, you say, okay, yes, right? Because of the tonality. At the same time, when I say, based on what we said, this is the solution. The pilot strategy is the solution to your problem. Do you know what the pilot strategy is? Or based on my experience, you need one-to-one support. And the best solution today in the market, as far as I know, is 6FA. Do you know what it is? No? Are you open to exploring the idea? Would you be against taking a look to this product? Would you be against taking a look to this offer? Whatever, right? But the doctor frame is super important. Why? Because we trust doctor. We trust uniform. That's why when we see a policeman, we feel the authority. Why? Because he has the hat, police, shirt, police, the, you know, all the things. Same goes for the doctor. You see the uniform. So when we speak and we are 100% sure of what we are saying, we are conducting the call. That's why when we use the doctor frame, they trust us. Because listen, they got so far from cold to warm, from warm to hot, and now we say, okay, listen, we've been chatting for a week now, right? 2 weeks, a month, whatever. Based on what you share with me, the solution is one-to-one support. Do you know a trustable source for one-to-one support in attracting the right people, repel the wrong ones? No? Listen, I can share with you what's working for me. I can share with you what's the best solution as far as I know. Is that okay for you? Or like, you open? Would you be against that? No. Please tell me, right? It's like they're struggling with the back pain And you ask them, okay, listen, how long have you been struggling with this? 6 months. Okay, did you try something? Yeah, I tried pills and drugs, but it's not working. Okay, but do you feel back pain when you wake up in the morning? Yeah. Do you feel back pain like after 2-3 hours working, your desk and stuff? Yes. Okay. Listen, based on what you told me, you don't need the drugs anymore because it doesn't work for your situation. You need a chiropractor. And you need this specific chiropractor treatment. Do you trust a chiropractor? Really? Do you know a chiropractor? No? Listen, I can share the best chiropractor that I know that was able to fix my back pain. I've been struggling with back pain for 2
Ek
years.
maak videogesprekke
This was
op
the only one that fixed this for me. Can I share it with you or?
namens
Yes,
van al die
please,
gesprekke.
do it. I want to fix my back pain, right? So actually, you're not even selling. You're just sharing the solution. But you can do this if you are following the Dr. Frame. So you ask the question, right? And you direct them, right? Closer to you, closer to the solution, right? And then remember a few options. Now let's go back to the Dr. Frame. Let's say that I'm the doctor and they say, okay, listen, Mr. Kyle, you need, based on what you share with me, because you have this kind of back pain, right? You need 6 months treatment with the chiropractor, and the price will be around $3,000. And then you say, okay, but Mr. Doctor, honestly, I don't have that money. Okay, Mr. Carr, I get that. No worries, you have no insurance, so okay, that's fine. Otherwise, the other solution is to do this different treatment. It's not 3 months, it's 1 month with the chiropractor. The price is only $1,000. Mr. Doctor, I don't even have $1,000. Okay, Mr. Carl, what's your budget? Because I have other solution, but I just want to make sure that I can give you the best recommendation. Mr. Doctor, my budget is really like only $200. Okay, well, with $200, what I suggest you do is buy this and do that, right? So this is what I mean when I say provide. No, provide. Be ready to offer a different option. Okay. Because if you offer them 6FA, for example, this is just an example. You don't sell 6FA, just to to make a point. $6,000. Okay, I don't have $6,000. Okay, cool. Post close $1,500. Listen, I don't have $1,500. Okay, can you please give me an idea what's your budget? Because please don't get me wrong. I'm not here to sell you something just for the sake of it. At the same time, I really want to help you, but you told me that if you don't fix this in 6 months, we're still working at the same place that you hate, wasting your time, stealing time from your family. You don't want that, right? Okay, so getting back to the thing. What's your budget? Nah, I can only spend like $100. Okay. And then you can say, listen, I honestly don't know another program with the same quality, but what I can do for you is, like, generally a coaching package with me, it's $500. But I can split it in like 2 weeks for $100 just for you. And I can show you what I'm learning from the $6,000 program. So basically you get access to the $6,000 knowledge and support for just $100 every 2 weeks. And by the way, man, it's not a contract. We can try for 2 months, at least 2 months. Otherwise I can't help you actually, because I'm not a fucking magician, right? We can try this. And then if it works, awesome. If not, man, no problem. Okay. Boom. Like, do you think that this art of selling is difficult? Like, is it pushy? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because
Not
you're
at all.
really interested in helping people. You're just trying to understand what's the solution. That's why I go back here. It's crucial for you to understand what's the target, why your program is the best solution, and is the right solution for whom? This is the thing, right? And what's off? Okay, makes sense, Kyle.
Yep.
Yep, definitely, yeah.
Let me let me point a couple of things here. Already spoke about this, but I want to say this once again. When you offer a call, please remember, no pressure. Man, listen, we can open a call, you know, and you can also use different excuses, right? You can say, because I have a couple of strategies to share with you, or you can say, listen, honestly, I don't like spending all my time on Messenger because I have warm leads to work with, but I want to help you. Let's open a call. Like, it's easier, right? In 5 minutes, generally in 5 minutes, I can really understand if I can help you or not. It's easier, right? I'm not 15 anymore, ha ha ha, right? I don't want to stay here chatting with you like it was like your girlfriend. You can also make a joke about this. Or you can say, because of the time zone, you know, I'm in Singapore, I'm in South Africa, I'm in Italy, whatever. You are in Los Angeles, right? We have different time zones. So let's book an appointment to chat. Even if you don't want to book calls, let's say, for example, listen, because of the time zone, I'm hyper organized. Otherwise, I forget everything, right? But I want to help you. So listen, for free, no worries, no string attached. Why don't we chat on Messenger tomorrow for 15 minutes, 3 p.m. your time? Works for you? Yes, boom, you book a call, right? So time zone, I just want to be organized. I don't like to spend time on Messenger. You can just make it up, right? By the way, this makes sense. This is super important. Another thing that is super important is this. Don't share too much. Don't overwhelm.
That's exactly what I did.
People. You hear me, Grove? You understand me, right? Because, I mean, it's normal. We are super excited about the things that we know, about the things that we learn, about the things that we discover. So, of course, it makes sense. We want to share this with everybody. With our mom. Hey, mom, I just discovered how to create an offer. Let me tell you, right?
I've got a
But,
friend,
you know,
a friend of mine that I on AppSumo. He's a year or so. He had all these ideas about doing this and that and using Google Sheets and all. And I went on AppSumo. I said, but there's everything he wanted to do. Everything's already in AppSumo. So I've got the thing. I said to him, Casper. I say, Casper, too much information for one day, too much for a week, too much for a month. So it's
yeah,
too much to learn in a month.
Also, let me tell you something, guys. That's why it's easier. Like, generally, we should not talk like 80% of the time. It should be the opposite. Because they have to open up a bit. Otherwise, how can we understand what's the problem? Because if on the call we are the only one that we are talking, guess what happened? When we talk for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, they are just thinking about their stuff. Okay, after the call, I have to go to the gym, and then I have to pick up the kids, and then I have to pay the bills. Yeah, I forgot that. Damn. You know, you're talking for 30 minutes, they're just in their mind, right? That's why you just ask them a couple of questions, you wait for the answer, short and punchy. Listen, this is the solution. Otherwise, if you talk too much, what happens? Two things. They feel confused, and they don't buy anything, because when they're confused, it's like when you go to the restaurant, guys. You go to the restaurant, and let's say you want to eat a pizza, right? You go there and you see a freaking menu with 47 different kind of pizza. 47, right? This happened to me in Italy. I was there, I was like, man, I just want to eat a pizza, like one pizza, not 20, right? And I was there like 15 minutes. Okay, this is good. No, not too much. And then I was like, hey, I'm hungry. I just want to eat. It's better if you offer me, hey, listen, instead of showing you 50 different kind of pizza, this is the 3 best pizza in the world, and the 3 best pizza that I know. If you want pizza with ananas, I don't do that. If you want Facebook ads, I don't teach that. I don't know that. I know nothing about it. But if you want to do ABC, for example, this is my area of expertise. And people appreciate that. People prefer to deal with people that are short and punchy and direct instead of just, talking too much, right? So next time, Grove, just establish what's the topic.
I had to keep myself in yesterday, today, because it was an estate agent, and I asked her, and she does it was, she does the whole everything that 99.9% of all estate agents does. But I wanted to ask her, does she make a list and does she compile? And I thought, no, shut the hell up. Don't say that. Don't speak about it because it's confusing. It's going to be confusing to her. I'm here, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to add the Loom video thing that profile review for her, and then we got on a call. We hopped on a call, and I just repeated the whole Loom video, the thing, the banner image, the bio, and then I showed her. Okay, I'm gonna show you. Obviously, you don't have any two-steps posts. Let me show you how. And I got from the 6FA. Yeah.
But let me tell you something, Grove. Sorry to interrupt you. Please always remember what's the goal of the call, right? Because if the goal is to sell them something, they should pay for the information, right? So it's fine that you share information with them, but not everything. You can say, listen, one of the strategies that you might want to use is a two-step post. Do you know what it is? No? Okay, listen, let me explain. Just do this, this, and that. By the way, generally, this is just one of the strategies, right? Do you know what to do in this situation? No. Are you happy with the results? No. Do you want help? Are you open to exploring the idea of working together? Because I can follow you, like creating a custom strategy, but we need time for this. And because we are on the call, yada, yada, you told me that you're open to exploring the idea. I can offer you this, boom, and they pay for the information. Because otherwise what happens is, even if I open a call with a stranger and I share with him all the best thing that I know, guess what? The result will be zero. They don't do anything because it's free, right? For example, Kyle, I think that maybe you're tired, maybe you have other things to do, maybe you have a family, maybe for you it was better to talk to your mom and say, Mom, I love you, how's it going, let's do a video call, whatever, right? But you're here, why? Because you paid. And because you paid, you really want to keep going and fix the problem. Otherwise, if this was free, guess what? Listen, no, this week is too much, I'm tired. Next week, I have something to do. 3 weeks later, I'm tired. 4 weeks later, I'm sick. Then I'm on vacation. Then next week. 6 months goes by and nothing changed. If you pay, you're committed, right? So just let people pay. People love to buy stuff, but they have to see that's why I put in the document. Always connect the solution with the problem.
You know what? I thought.
Otherwise,
after I had the lady on, I showed her went through the whole thing, but I just want to precede about how. But after I had her on, and I showed her, I got into the 6FA, I think it's phase 2 lead gen post. There's a whole document that shows you I'm sure you know it, and there's one, it shows the whole story framework. It's got the whole thing, everything in that. And I said to her, okay, just because she appeared pitched for the I'll send her that. But as I was going through the call with her, I got to this page. I saw, no, this part where the story framework is going to be too much. But I tried to go through it, and I just realized, okay, I should have stopped I should have first only showed her the first 2 pages, and nothing more, and nothing more than that, because she's not going to understand anything.
Question, guys. Do you remember what's the frame that I want you to use on the sales call? What's the frame?
What's your problem?
No, the doctor frame, right? You are
the doctor frame. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Do you think that if you go to the doctor, you enter, okay, good morning, Mr. Doctor, and the doctor start talking for 30 minutes, explaining all the things that he knows? No.
You
The
know
doctor
what?
is
I
the doctor is there
yeah.
checking the time. Okay, yeah, but what's the problem? Back pain. Okay, how long have you been doing this? Okay, do you have back pain when you sleep, when you work, when you stand up? Okay, this is the solution. Take it. If you don't want to take it, good luck. Next, this is the doctor. Right?
Yeah. I before we got that far, um okay, let me just get a bit of background. I did ask her diagnosing questions and all the diagnosis questions, and so how I got there to her is um I was messaged by out of the blue from somebody that's Hitaro Nakamura or something. I gave you.
You told me this, yeah.
Told me, and I was highly impressed very impressed because the same 6FA strategy was applied on me, and I was impressed. So what I've done is I just copy and paste that person's messages, and I'm messaging people with that, and it's worked quite well so far. And I'm doing the profile review. So every time what I'm now doing is, when I send a message, I first always ask, are you open to this? Are you open to sending a message? And I'm doing that even with my brothers. So what I've learned now in this is, don't just send any information. I just, are you open to getting this link? So then I'm send my brother. I'm sending the link. Would you like this? Then I'm sending them. So even if it's your grandma, do the same thing. That's the thing that I'm experimenting with. Okay, but I got this lady.
Yeah, but this works also in real life. Sometimes, I say to my wife, listen, would you be against ordering a pizza tonight? Maybe I don't want, but I'm not against. So yeah, you see, and this works like regardless, right? So,
but what I found is that, okay, I've done dozens. I've done about 25 or 30 profile reviews so far. So what I've done in the past was I used to just message the people, and then they did a profile review, and then nobody watches them. I've sent 4 people, of all the people that I've done, 4 people watch the profile review. And then I'm asking the people that watched, I message them again. So in the profile review, I invite them to go have a look at my profile, for reference. Invite them to give them to make a comment, and I write them. Then I send the profile review with invite you to contact me after you've viewed the profile. So one person, I think 1 or 2 people have responded afterwards, and when I asked them how was it, yeah, that was fantastic, and then you never hear from them again. But it looks like they either make too much money. But what I've noticed from the estate agents is that they all advertise exactly the same way. They all advertise houses. They don't advertise for sellers. So the lady that I spoke to today, I followed this whole long rigmarole process of asking, can I send you this? Can I do this? Can I do this? Just a very long process to get a person on a free call and for free. But I asked her, okay, what's your problem? No, it's leads. She's looking for seller leads, and I knew that. That's what every estate agent wants. And
let me tell you something. That's why, Kyle, it's super important to know what's your offer. Because otherwise, what's the goal of booking calls? To sell them something, right? It's not to waste our time. So if you do a call, yeah, okay, I do a profile review. Okay, listen, this is basically in like 5 minutes. I suggest you change your Facebook banner. You use a CTA, like a call to action. Maybe you collect the emails so that you can offer people other properties or whatever it is, right? I suggest you to create posts around pain and outcomes of your customer. This is how you can attract the right people, repel the wrong ones. Make sense? Yes. Listen, do you know how to do this? Or would you like to have my help? And then you shut up. 5 minutes. Listen, I said, okay, basically, I suggest you do A, B, C, D. Okay. And doing this, I can promise you, you're going to collect leads, closing sales on clockworks. By the way, do you prefer doing this alone, or would you like to have my help? Because if you want, I can do everything for you, done for you. Or I can help you, or I can teach you, I can coach you, whatever it is. Yeah, why not? What's the cost? Before getting to the cost, let me ask you, boom, or maybe, yeah, it's $500. And then you start working with them, and maybe you can sell them something more expensive. But if you do this, it's easier. Hey, but do you prefer doing this? This is what you need to do. Create an offer, attract people, create content. By the way, do you know how to do this? Do you want to do it alone, or do you prefer to have my help? If you want, I can help you. I have 2 spots this month. Yes, how does it work? Let me tell you. We have 2 options, right? And maybe you can also offer them 3 options. One super expensive, like 15K. We can work 5 months together. I can do everything for you. I can create videos for you. I can create dinner. This is 15K. Or 2K, 2 months coaching, or $500. I can do this. What do you prefer? Now, the 15K offer only works as anchor, right? Because when they see super expensive, they say, wow, 15K, no. Well, 2K, it's not that much. But if I offer you $100, $200, 2K, what do you think? 2K is too expensive, right?
Yep.
So, guys, that's why I say, please go through the document. Please make sure that you know what's the offer. Otherwise, everything doesn't work. But not because the strategy doesn't work, but because we do the right thing at the wrong moment. Or we do the wrong thing at the right moment, right? Or we're not ready.
Yeah, I just had that feeling that my offer, I don't have but now that you've given me a very good, so what my idea was, when I just felt that the estate agents market is too broad. If I'm just saying estate agent, but then I thought about looking at the way they advertise. They all advertise just houses they all advertise for seller for buyers for the same way. And this is the angle that I can come in and show him how to make a 2-step post, and thought that I could just talk about, this is what my thing, you can say, that I'll be talking for the next 6 months. This, nothing else. I'm just talking about 2-step posts, or create videos around the whole thing, and talk about that subject, and just focus on that thing.
You see, and doing this, you can keep it short, like really 15 minutes.
Yes.
Because the first 5 minutes, you review the profile. For example, you give, okay, you do this. And by the way, do you prefer doing this alone, or you want to have my help? I prefer doing this alone. Okay, thank you, bye.
And now I just want to ask you another question. Is about, thank you for that, Mike. Another thing is, am I, if I'm sending dozens and dozens and dozens of messages, and the people not responding, is it because I am not targeting the correct people, or is it just it's a numbers game? I have to send 100 messages, and at the end of the day, I'm going to get 2 on the phone. At the moment.
Well, it's a numbers game when the message is not clear.
But yeah, because I see, okay, also because people don't seem to be reading messenger messages.
Let's do this, Grobe. Send me a DM with your opening message.
Okay, I'll do it.
And let's see how good, because otherwise, like this, I don't want to tell you.
Okay,
yeah, this
I'll
is the problem. This is like, smoke.
Okay.
Send me your opening message, right? And I'll let you know how this works, right? I can give you more information.
Because yeah, it's going to be helpful to see the opening message. And at least I got a testimonial. I set the time at 30 minutes. We went to 37 minutes. And I got so beforehand, I got my 3 questions that I wanted to ask. So I just told the lady when we finished. The only thing I would appreciate from her is a testimonial. So I asked her. My testimonial was in the conversation was in Afrikaans, in my language, but I said to her, no, we can do that. Can we just do the testimonial in English? So we switched to English, and I recorded the testimonial.
And next week, we could talk about this, how to monetize your time. Because for you as well, Kyle, even if they're not ready to pay, even if they're not ready to join or whatever, we need to monetize our time. Sometimes it's with money, sometimes it's with testimonial or something else, right? Or referral. Next week, I want to take like 10 minutes to talk about this.
Cool.
Okay.
And I thought I just have to get to that barrier, asking for $1 or €1, even if it's an appointment, just one time asking for money.
It's easy. Do you know why you don't do it? Because you don't have an offer.
Yeah, because I don't have an offer, correct.
Of course, I don't know what to sell you, so of course you don't feel confident asking for the money. We'll fix this.
Okay.
Guys, let's hop off now. It's already 1 hour and
Okay,
half,
Carl, it's probably like 4 in the morning there with you.
I think today was a good one, right? How was
Very
it,
good,
Ryan?
very good, very good.
Do you have more clarity right now? Like, make sense?
Makes sense?
Yeah, I do see the different areas that I have to refocus on for the calls and messages to be more effective. Yeah, definitely helpful.
Okay. By the way, next time, if you happen to be stuck somewhere with someone on the in conversation, please share it with me. Share in the Supple Hub. And as you can see, guys, every single time I see someone struggling with something, or I see that I can share something with you, I tag you in the post.
Yeah.
Right. So check this as well, because sometimes, for example, I don't know, Grove asks me something, I answer, and then I say, this might be helpful for Anna and Kyle. This is for Alan and Darren or whatever, right? So always check this.
About that, yeah. Like the Habit is not sending me the notifications. Sometimes it'll have the little notification on the app icon, but when I go in, there's like nothing on the the bell icon. So I don't know like where I'm supposed to like go in and see like what notification is coming in. Like I talked to Blake about this. It's like he tagged me in something as well, but I didn't know that the challenge in February was going on.
Yeah, should be this. Just
Yeah.
second.
So like once I go through all the thread, I see like you tagging me and then like Blake like tagging people, like all those stuff like coming back up. I'm not sure why Heartbeat is doing that.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Do you see my screen, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So for example, when you enter Heartbeat, for example, you see here the little bell, right? So I see that there are 8 notifications. I click here, and on the right I see, okay, this is the next event. Cool. It's starting in 1 day, 23 minutes ago. And then I see this, it's starting in 24 hours, okay? James mentioned me in a message. TextMate gives me something to work with, okay? Vix mentioned me, okay. So I go here, I click, and I'm automatically redirected to the post, right? And let me see if I tag you here. No, I didn't tag you here. But if I do this, let me try here, edit, and I do like Kyle. Okay. Now you should see a notification on your hand, right here on the bell. Do you see now?
Yes.
Okay. So every single time you see this, you see a notification here. Now, if you go here on activity, you have all the activities, right? But generally, I prefer to see here the notification because it's easier, right? It tells me everything. Once you know that you check all the notification, you want to clear everything, you click here, and you do mark all as read. So you see, you just clear everything, right? So the history, it's still there, right? Because if you want to go back and check something, you can. But generally, you don't have a notification. So the next time that you join, you see a notification, you should see it there, right? And here, you should be able to manage the notification. Let me see here. You see? So if you click on your name, you go on notification, right? You can say, hey, give me the notification only when someone tagged me, or only when mine is different because I'm an admin here, but it's the same, right? So send me the email, don't send me any email, only after, you know, check this, because once you check this, you're good to go.
Okay. Let's see.
Awesome.
Cool.
Okay, guys, let's go now. Have a nice one.
Have a
See you
nice
on the
day.
Supper
Thank
Hub, and take care, guys.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
go, Mike. Cheers, bye.
Recordings